What's up, guys? Super Dave here. Welcome to this week's edition of Gaming in My Mama's House, the podcast. And today we talk all things geek culture and mental health. And joining me today, two really dope gents that can divulge and share more about this topic. I've got Darren Morris from Lucky Hustle. He's the CEO there. He runs things. Really cool guy. And tech futurist Arkram Mohammed is also in the hot seat today, and they're live in My Mama's House. Gents, welcome to Gaming in My Mama's House.
Hey, what's up, Super Dave?
Lovely to have you today.
It's super to be here, Super Dave.
I see what you did there. Don't know, we'll add the sound effects in edit, Darren. Yeah. Just to kick things off, the world of geek culture and gaming, a lot of people perceive it as a very lonely journey, if you get what I'm saying, because people see geeks and gamers and nerds as people who isolate and who are always by themselves. And today we're just here to throw that notion out the window. And I think just in brief, I'd like you guys just to tell me just a bit more about yourselves, just as an opening to warm things up for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'll go first.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm nerdier than you, but I think I'll go first on this one.
Yeah.
I think there's a misconception on what a nerd is. We think of it of the Steve Urkel type of guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what more people.
Yeah.
Most people look at it, but I consider myself a bit of a tech nerd.
Sure.
I come from 20 years in the tech industry. 2 years ago, I retired. And my last role was as VP in a global multinational.
No ways.
I love technology. I love everything about tech.
Yeah.
And today my job is really about educating people on what we don't know yet.
Okay.
How to make sense of what the future may look like. So whether that is helping a business to understand and have that preparedness and that readiness for what's to come, or a parent trying to navigate the skills that the kid would need to be employable or to have a comfortable life in the future.
Sure.
That's where I am. But what makes me most happy is actually being the editor of geekhub.co.za. That's a pop culture, lifestyle, and technology and gaming publication.
Yeah.
And really, it is exactly how you opened up.
Yeah.
It's not so much about just being in isolation and living in your own world. But sometimes we need a little space, a different world to escape to, even for a short time.
Absolutely, yeah.
As long as you don't escape from yourself and you're not running away from yourself,
you
have some place to go to make sense of things, to reset and come back.
Yeah.
And I think that's what pop culture or geek culture does for us. It allows that outlet, which is a very healthy thing.
Oh, that's dope. Darren?
Yeah, man. I'm Darren Morris. I'm the CEO of Lucky Hustle. Lucky Hustle is an ad agency.
Yeah.
And if you go into Lucky Hustle, you'll see how much of a nerd I really am. I suppose I think there's over 1,000 figurines on the shelves. If you come to my house, I've got every single console, bro, all the way from Atari all the way up. Your Segas, your Nintendos, your Game Boys, your Game Boy Advances, your Xbox, PlayStation, all the way up.
Sure.
I consider myself quite a diehard retro gamer. And my Nintendo Switch my Switch 2 is my best friend. And
okay, you and me both.
So I'm ready to talk the talk today.
Gents, as you say that, both of you guys have established really good businesses off the back of geek culture, man. And someone who's watching out there, maybe in a short brief form, can you just give them like the ins and outs of running a successful geek brand, if I may say so? You get what I'm saying? Because one is an ad agency, so you deal directly with client. The other one is a publication that actually interprets clients' briefs, clients' news, and you sell that to a market. And in return, you get clients to pay you for that. Let's start with Arkram.
Yeah, I think you asked, how do you start that successful business?
Yeah, of being a geek
and starting this. I think it has to come naturally for me.
Yeah.
When I left corporate, I had no idea what I'm going to do next. Because
after being VP,
I had no idea what I'm going to do because I knew I needed a break from that.
That's insane.
And life was just a bit too crazy, and I needed to tone down a little bit and spend more time with family, the things I like, travel a little bit more. not for work, to enjoy.
Sure.
And I thought about it and I'm like, listen, what should I do? And I wanted to go and follow my passion. And I know, everybody talks about passion. It's just thrown out there randomly. But when I say it, I just wanted something to stay relevant in the tech space.
Sure.
But also something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Something that I want to wake up to every single morning and put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
And that's how Geek Hub was born. It was not born as a business.
Okay.
That's the first thing to answer the question.
Yeah.
It came out as something to give me. So I have other businesses.
Yeah.
And in order to earn a living and to make money, that's what I did. And I ran it out.
Sure.
Geek Hub started off where I looked at the market and I said, I've been in this space 20 years.
Yeah.
I looked at tech and geek culture media.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like and how it operates.
Sure.
And not everything that comes out to the consumer is really truthful.
Okay.
Or beneficial to them.
To them, absolutely. Yeah.
Is actually just monetized.
Yeah.
And it's advertorials. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I wanted to put a different spin and a different perspective on things. I wanted to give my real feeling.
Yeah.
And also take in my experience of being in the space in the tech industry.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. And giving a little bit of an inside scoop from a tech perspective. So I also have a column called The Diary of a Recovering Suit.
Okay.
Unpack how the industry really works and what people don't know.
Yeah.
And all the marketing BS that goes along with it.
Yeah.
So that's how Geek Hub was born. But because the intention was to be authentic, to be real, to come out and just put my feeling no matter what anybody else thinks. And it wasn't about driving money.
Sure.
I built up an audience that looks at me as a credible source.
Yeah.
I built up trust. And now I may not have the numbers as the mainstream media.
Yeah.
But I have a really great group of readers that trust what I say, and there's a community that's being built.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it just so happened that then evolved into a business.
Wow.
Because the numbers came in,
sure.
You saw that. And even right now, I mean, if I'm reviewing a new game, if I'm going to review a console or a smartphone or whatever that may be, if I do not trust it, if I've tested it and I'm not happy with it,
you're not putting it up.
No matter what the brand can pay me, I will not say something nice about it. It has to be authentic. It has to be reliable. And that's how I built that business. I mean, we can talk about building businesses in general. But
sure.
Your question about how the geek stuff comes in and became a business is just because I started doing something that I really love and enjoy the basic.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. That's dope. Darren?
Geek Hub is awesome.
Okay, yeah.
It really is. I'm a subscriber, and it's cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And how do you, and Darren, how do you find yourself like in the world of advertising, man?
So,
because from what I know and what I've heard, it's quite the cutthroat industry.
It is cutthroat.
Yeah.
It is cutthroat. It's something that I got into accidentally.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't able to study like design or copywriting or animating, I became the suits.
Okay.
The client service guy who had to like dress up every day in like a button-up shirt and go and like entertain the client.
Yeah.
And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. But I really, really loved advertising.
Yeah.
I loved the creativity behind it.
Sure.
But I wasn't qualified to do that.
Yeah.
And I was really unhappy at a stage. And like, as you can see, I love ink.
Sure.
I mean, you can see.
Yeah.
And I remember I tattooed my sleeves up to my elbows.
Okay, half-sleeved. Yeah.
Half sleeves. And then I was always wearing this button-up shirt and like underneath, like I would take it off and I was like, wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every day I went to work and I was like, this isn't me.
Yeah.
Like I really, really, I feel so uncomfortable. So I made it my goal. I was like, cool, one day you're going to create an office space and a business where you can be authentically yourself. And then Lucky Hustle was born, the ad agency. And immediately within like the first 3 to 6 months, I tattooed my neck and I tattooed my hands.
Oh, insane.
In the world of tattoos, these are called job stoppers.
Job stoppers. Yes.
Stoppers.
You can't be a cop. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to do this because I know that if I cover myself in ink now, my hands and my neck, I'll never be able to get a normal corporate job again.
Yeah, so you're in it.
It was an all-in-one. It's like, I'm going in at Lucky Hustle and I'm going to make this work.
Sure.
And then when we were putting the office together, it was the most exciting time of my life because I'd been literally stockpiling like all of these figurines.
Your collectibles.
And like fan art that I'd be collecting. You have to, like, if you guys don't, come and visit the Lucky Hustle office. It's like a museum. I'd been collecting this and like, I don't have enough space at home to display it. And Lucky Hustle office opened and now everywhere, every corner, there's collectibles, stuff from the 70s, the first toy runs, all the way up till like your crazy stuff from today's time.
Yeah.
And it's like almost my little museum. So I go to work and I feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
I think going back to your question, it's purely just about finding your passion and being happy. Like,
you
look at all of these dudes out there. Like, we, as people, we perceive to think, it's the guys in Santon wearing the suits, holding the briefcase, clean cuts with, with the big tablet on their ear.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that are destined to be successful.
Yeah.
That's bullshit, man.
Sure.
We can do it ourselves, looking like we do, being passionate about
speaking the way we speak,
speaking the way we speak.
Yeah.
And like, we're a testament to that.
Oh man, that's so cool, guys.
Yeah.
And I love both of your stories. And right now we're in a space where we see that geek culture is mainstream, whether it's anime, whether it's video games, whether it's animation. What do you guys think? What happened to make that? To make these subcultures now the main culture? For lack of a better way of saying it.
Yeah. Sure. I think people started realizing, and this is purely perception.
Yeah.
This is just Darren's perception.
Sure.
But I think people started realizing what was nerdy was actually cool.
Yeah.
And all the, that typical like jock culture was like, people started realizing, especially with like the rise of the internet, when people started talking and sharing ideas, that a lot of the things that people perceived were cool were actually
not cool,
pretty damn lame.
Yeah.
And a lot of the subcultures and like, the little culty things, like people realized that it wasn't just a few people in a school that liked X, Y, and Z.
Sure.
There were hundreds and thousands of people who shared that same sentiment.
Yeah.
And then the internet came about and people started talking to each other, like Reddit and whatever. Same as in the gaming world.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I used to go home and play like Sega by myself, and you jam and you switch on your Sega and you jam it. And then the internet came about and now all of a sudden you can play games with people.
Sure.
I'm talking obviously like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it just started, multiplying and multiplying and multiplying to the point where, you see like Comic-Con with hundreds and thousands of people, which is like, this ain't a subculture anymore, guys. This is mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what contributed to that largely, and I witnessed it, I think even with myself, is being that suits guy. For so many years, I had to create a persona.
Sure.
I was that guy on stage when my tattoos were hidden.
Yeah.
I wore a suit and a tie every single day. I'll stand on stage and speak to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Keynote. And nobody would have thought that, I'm this biggest fan of Deadpool.
Yeah.
And I wish I could just be off the stage and like being like him and just like, fuck, but that was who I am. And I think what has happened is the communities that's been structured, that's not isolated, spaces, the platforms. So whether it is Comic-Con, whether it is social media, or whether it is movies and series that has now evolved and matured to bring in more people, not just the geeks.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about is if you look at, for example, the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the geeks.
Yeah.
People who loved a sitcom or loved just humor, who loved science, and watched this, and suddenly they fall in love with Sheldon and his character.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Or somebody else maybe just watch it for penny.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is, you've now got people who will be wearing a Big Bang t-shirt that will not classify themselves as geeks.
As geeks, absolutely,
but the community has just expanded.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody else goes and watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
For that matter, or any of the Marvel movies. And now they find that they can be able to relate to a specific character.
Yeah.
And they become a fan.
Yeah.
And that just contributes. So now I'm going to Comic-Con as a geek, but I have 10 friends around me who's just contributing, and it's cool to be there.
Sure, yeah.
And I think that has helped to spread the awareness, to spread the culture. And that's how it's become more mainstream, and it's fabulous.
Yeah.
And I think, in general in life with other issues and other various things, that's what we need.
Yeah.
We need these platforms and we need these communities that don't judge, but actually support each other.
Yeah.
And that's where things are going to start improving.
With that said, do you think like as men, and people who are in the geek culture space, it's important for us to have those communities be behind you, because maybe, for instance, we're doing gaming in my mama's house, and obviously there's a community that I'm catering to, but you find that there's also maybe someone who's starting out there and they're afraid to put themselves out there. Like, do you think it's important for someone like that to build a community for themselves, or maybe should they piggyback on someone else's community up until they find it in themselves to say, okay, cool, as Super Dave, now it's time for me to shine. I'm doing the Idiot's Guide to Gaming. I'm doing gaming in my mama's house.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one, because is it your time to shine? Should you go and start your own community? Should you join a community?
Yeah.
Various questions. And we don't just limit it to gaming or geek culture.
Sure, yeah.
It's generally in life.
Yeah.
And I think that is why we started Hustle IRL.
Yeah.
In our podcast, and we talk about life in general.
Okay.
Challenges.
Yeah.
So mental health is one of them, but generally it's just to say we are normal people.
Yeah.
And we created Hustle IRL as a platform or a community. We're not engaging face to face with people.
Yeah.
But we are talking to ordinary guys, but also very successful people.
Yeah.
Every single month. And we are bringing them there to say, no matter what you've achieved in life, no matter who you are, you can be a Mark Lavner, as successful as that.
Yeah.
But also be an ordinary dude that goes through the struggles that every dad and every man is going through.
Yeah.
So I think community is important. But more important than before joining the community is people need to realize that they're not alone.
Sure.
That they are not isolated. I'm not an isolated geek or an isolated gamer, or I'm not an isolated person who's going through mental health struggles.
Yeah.
I'm just a human being that's navigating life. And there is a platform out there for me. There are communities and other people out there going through similar things.
Yeah.
Or if there isn't, could I bring like-minded people together?
Yeah.
We start our own to support each other. And I think that's what the message is that we tend to idolize, or we tend to put certain types of people on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why, from our eyes, Darren is a successful CEO right now.
Absolutely.
I have been a successful tech exec, and I've put myself down to say, well, I was there where most people are chasing, but I'm happier here.
Yeah.
But at the end of it all, we're just men.
Yeah.
Navigating life and all of its challenges. And I think that's the thing that people need to realize is we see the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ditto to his answer.
Oh man, that's actually funny, man. And with that said, man, do you guys think, because like gaming, geek culture also has like a big escapism label to it, do you think, especially for young boys, is it okay for them to use it as a means to escape from whatever they might be facing?
So I was thinking about this before the show.
Yeah.
Because I knew this question was going to come up.
Yeah.
And it's so tricky because I was debating myself in my mind about what is the actual right answer to that.
Yeah.
Half of me is like, this is incredible because, guys that normally in a school or a varsity or just a friendship environment, they might not be so comfortable, fitting in and speaking to people.
Yeah.
Behind a camera or without a camera, behind, a screen, with their ultimate aspirational avatar, they finally like reaching out and making friends and starting communities with people online.
Yeah.
And it allows them to kind of disappear from the real world, which, like Arkram said, has so many crazy struggles and all of this kind of stuff. So I'm all for escapism, like myself as well. Like my day is just crazy busy the whole time.
Yeah.
And the only time I get to switch off is, I go have a quick game of Fortnite, on my Switch.
Sure.
And just for that 30 minutes or whatever, I'm not Darren the CEO.
Yeah.
I'm just this dude who's just trying to win a game.
Yeah.
And just for that 30 minutes, I'm not thinking about anything. And it's such a positive thing for me in my life.
Yeah.
But now on the other side of the fence is I don't have kids. Maybe you can answer because you have kids. I don't have kids. Now, I was thinking about, like, if I had a kid and they spent every single day like locked in their room playing PS5, and when I grew up, I I was always on my BMX. I was out 24/7.
Sure.
Like I was literally, when the sun came down, that's when I knew it was time to come home. I would be upset if my son was just gaming 24/7. As much as I love gaming, as much as I love geek culture and subculture and all of the stuff, and I've got every single console from everywhere, there's such an important part about being a human, being a man. That's about go out there and face the real world.
Sure.
You know? You got to exercise. You know, you can't just sit on the couch all day and not exercise. And I know that I'm right now, people are probably listening and going, oh my gosh, he's stereotyping. I'm not doing that. I totally get, like you get, you know, dudes like Canton. He's amazing. We're great shape, active out there, but, you know, super gamer. Like obviously, you know, I'm not stereotyping here, but I've seen people like my nephews and people, and as much as I don't want to stereotype, there are those kids that aren't playing sport, that are turning 16, 17 years old. They've got no muscle. They're literally just eating junk food. They've never set foot in the gym. And because they're just in this world of escapism all day long.
All the time,
So I'm still debating it in my mind. I don't know. I think the right answer is everything in moderation. I'm all for it. I'm pro it. But again, there also comes a time where you need to go out there and face people face to face and have real conversations without screens. You need to go to the gym. You need to put some muscle on, and you need to walk into a room and be able to feel confidence inside your heart and be a man.
Absolutely,
I think your question was, is it okay? Kids. And I'm very afraid to come across as sounding like I'm giving psychology advice, because we're not qualified to do that.
Sure.
You know, so all I can do is speak from experience. I can tell you that it was tradition. For many years in my household that every Friday night is gaming night. Okay. I'll come back from work, and the craziness of corporate, from the deadlines, to the targets, to the politics.
Sure.
I couldn't wait for a Friday afternoon to have a shot of whiskey and just to log on, play Ultimate Team for a couple hours. And for me, that was me getting into a different world. For a long time, I regretted in life that I couldn't be a footballer. I didn't when I was young. That I didn't take it up. You know, and at some point I realized that it was too late, because we know that at a certain age, you're never getting that chance, and there's so much of work to get into. But when I get into Ultimate Team, you know, for people that don't understand it, they actually look at it as you just got a controller and you're kicking around a ball and you're just trying to score a goal. But it's so much more than that. You know, I look at it as from the tactical side. I'm going in and I'm trying to move up a division, and here this guy is whipping me 20 minutes or 15 minutes into the first half. And I'm 3-0 down already. And now I've got to adjust my tactics and say, I'm not going to have my fullbacks bombing down the wing here, because I'm getting crucified.
I'm going to play a 4-3-3.
Change it. And then by the end of the game, I actually go and win 5-3. And then I take a breather and I sit back. But what that has done, my mind was active. I was not completely blind and this, you know, like in this whole. I was thinking, I was active. I had to strategize. I had to worry about how I'm going to, which controls am I going to do? What buttons am I going to press? How am I going to do this? So all of that was there, but it also helped me for that little bit to get away from the stresses of life. Where it becomes really, really dangerous is if you stay there permanently. If you don't come back to deal with
real life
of life and life, then yes, it is really dangerous. But if you allow yourself a breather to recalibrate, and then come back and say, now I'm in a better space mentally to handle what I need to deal with,
in real life,
and it's actually really, really healthy. And when it comes to kids, it's the same thing. I have my daughter is in grade 9. She's a straight A student, thankfully. But I also got to think about, like now, she's already asking me, what am I going to study? You know, what am I going to become after school, after I finish university? Because the world is changing so rapidly. The jobs that are available today, quite frankly, are not going to be there for our kids when they graduate.
In 5-7 years' time,
completely different. But yet we will sit there and say, get your straight A's and go and get a BCom or get a legal degree, which AI is probably going to take away anyway. All of those kind of things. So is it okay to tell them, on one side we say, don't be locked in your room playing games? True. But is it okay to be locked in your room and studying? That's also not okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything needs a balance in life.
Yeah.
And what I find is I'd rather my kid not have my kid being locked in the room on YouTube or TikTok, just doom scrolling for hours. But I'd rather her come and spend 2 hours gaming with me.
Dope.
And then go and study.
Yeah.
But when she's gaming with me, we're probably on the Nintendo Switch and we're doing Switch sports.
Sure.
So she's getting her activity also because she doesn't like going outside.
Yeah.
So now she's forced to move around and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Switch sports sucks.
Wii U Sports. Do you wish it was Wii U Sports? Yeah.
It would be better. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that we have to find those balances. We've got to change as parents, also change our mindsets. I mean, look at esports right now.
Yeah.
Look at the guys that are playing EAFC E-World Cup.
Yeah.
E-Champions League and E-Premier League.
Sure.
Prize money of $250,000, $300,000 for winning one championship.
Yeah.
Most of us, or most people never see that no matter what career they're going.
Yeah, they never touch that amount of money.
I think when you go and you look at those kids and we think they should be this massive size because they're eating freaking chips and playing
video games.
Video games. Most of them actually look really healthy. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, but another thing is because they've got the community.
Yeah.
They play for teams.
Sure.
In their teams, they compete with each other. They're socializing. They're talking. They're strategizing. They've got a team coach. And that is when you are not within that space, you don't understand. You just look at somebody sitting and gaming on the couch.
Yeah.
But how much of preparedness goes into it? Then we as parents start saying, okay, this could be something.
Sure.
We should encourage our children because the world is evolving and we need to evolve with it. And it could be healthy, provided we understand it, we make the time to understand it, and we manage it well.
Yeah, I think you well said. I mean, your point is so spot on. And I think you're 100% right in saying that it's, obsessive gaming is not the problem. It's obsessive anything.
Anything, yeah.
So even studying, like you said, if you're not going outside and getting vitamin D and, as a dude, picking up a weight or kicking a soccer ball and you're just deep in the books, like as good as that looks on your report card, like when you come out there into the real world, you're going to be this frail dude.
Sure.
And it's the same with TikTok,
And mentally also, a lot of these kids, it's sad. Even if you talk to schools, you go to school, you speak to a principal, you speak to the school's guidance counselor.
Yeah.
And you would usually see, I'm not saying this, I don't want to generalize here, but a lot of times the stat shows that even those that are performing really well academically and getting straight A's, a lot of them are very antisocial. They don't know how to relate with their peers.
Okay.
Right? They will be the ones that are isolated in the corner of the class.
Yeah.
They don't get involved in activities. They're always in the books.
Yeah.
And that's also unhealthy. Because they are so much dedicated to, and yes, their parents will take care and be really proud of them. But they want to prove more, and they go and dedicate their entire lives. That by the time they qualify or they go to university and they come out into the real world in the first space, they don't know how to engage with people.
Sure.
They don't know how to navigate the challenges of life. And now what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
But they're really smart.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with it. It's not just about being smart.
Yeah.
It's about understanding preparing yourself for the real world. And this is important that we need to encourage our kids to say, and geek culture helps with that.
Yeah.
It's part of the real world.
Sure.
Even if we go and we associate and we look at our heroes, I mean, we look at Spider-Man and his issues.
Yeah.
Or we look at Wade Wilson and his issues, or Batman, or anybody for that matter. It's something that allows us to relate and say that even a hero
is not perfect.
Has issues.
Yeah.
But they find a way to handle it.
Sure.
Handle life. It's okay. And I think this is what we need to impart to our kids.
Yeah.
It's important that you can be anything. And we give them the encouragement to say, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
But don't think it's going to be smooth sailing.
Absolutely.
Life's going to have its potholes and its challenges. But we're here to support you, to help you, help you navigate that.
Yeah. With that said, do you think it's important for young people or just people in general to learn how to do the hard things? I think both of you emphasize being in the real world and facing the real world. Do you think it's also important for young people, even older people? Because as you said, if you've been a straight A student your entire life, you've never lifted weights, you've never played sports, you've never socialized, then when it's come to maybe confront someone in the workplace, you shut off because you don't know how to do that. Yeah. Whereas the real world, playing in the soccer field, someone tackles you badly, you react to that, you build that muscle, that muscle memory to be confrontational. It might not be in a very rude manner, or you might not cuss them out, but you've got that muscle memory to say yo, that tackle, that's not on, dude. You could have broken my leg. Like, please don't do that, you know? Yeah. Do you think it's important for young people, old people, for everyone just to learn to do the hard things and face the hard stuff?
1,000 million%, in my opinion. Like if I always go down to if I had a son.
Yeah.
You know, if I had a son, would I allow them to game? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would I push them to go outside to play soccer?
Yeah.
If you get slapped, slap them back.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get in a bit of a scruffle.
Yeah.
Because these are the little lessons that at the time feel hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's not nice to make the B team.
Sure.
It's not nice to, you know, get bullied, get picked on, get punched even on the school field.
Yeah.
But that's what makes you tough. That's what sharpens you. And when you're out there in the real world, when you're having almost the same challenges in a boardroom or with a client, you know, giving a supplier cuck, you understand how to deal with problems.
Yeah.
You don't shun away, or you're used to, okay, cool, I'm going to disappear to my avatar behind the screen.
Yeah.
It's like he's facing me face to face. This is the real world.
I have to take this on.
So I 100% am all pro for that stuff. Like go out there and live life.
Yeah.
Like do all the other things.
Yeah.
Have Friday night gaming.
Sure.
Enjoy it. But go out there and live life. Build muscle. Be strong, you know.
Sure.
Be a dude.
Do the hard stuff. Yeah.
Be a dude. But it's more challenging if you have girls.
Yeah.
And you have daughters, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have 2 of them.
Oh my word. Yeah.
And my eldest, and you know, when you're a parent, there's no manual on how to be a parent.
I can imagine. I'm in the same boat as Darren, by the way. I also don't have kids. Yeah.
To go along.
Okay.
And I learned by making some serious mistakes.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm speaking like this, and I'm saying that this is because sometimes before we look at what our kids need to do or what they can do, we need to look at ourselves as parents and what are we doing? Is it healthy?
Yeah.
My eldest was born when I was 20.
Okay.
So I was very, very young.
Yeah.
And I had no clue on how to be a dad, but she's my firstborn daughter.
Yeah.
And throughout her growing up, I put a lot of restrictions.
Yes.
Many parents would.
Yeah.
And I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, so she was a teenager in high school.
Yeah.
And she was not allowed a cell phone, but her friends had it. They communicated, they made fun of her. I didn't know how the bullying and stuff was.
Yeah.
I could not relate. I was not there. I was blindsided.
Yeah.
But it affected her. Eventually, when I did allow her to have a phone because for safety and communication, I put parental controls on it. I managed everything and her times and stuff. She was not allowed to go out to places.
Yeah.
If I was not there. Okay, I still remember a time I allowed her to go to a friend's. It was a year-end school function, but it was a party.
Yeah.
I went and I sat outside in the car and I waited, and she was in for 2 hours. She didn't know. I told her I'm going home. And I gave her an AirTag to take with her.
So you can track her. Track her. Yeah.
But it was just a scared father.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of these things. And my child, didn't give me reason to do that. I was just terrified.
Yeah.
She was brilliant and she did what she needed to do.
Yeah.
Okay. But because I isolated her socially, when she finally grew up and she went out into the workspace, she struggled. And she struggled not because she couldn't do work. She was really brilliant at what she did.
Yeah.
But her emotional intelligence was quite low.
Okay.
Whereas she could not handle the politics.
Sure.
She could not understand why I'm trying so hard and they're still giving me so much of shit.
Yeah.
She'd come home crying and saying, but Dad, I can't do this. I need to go to another company. And I sat down, and when I spoke to her, for me, it wasn't all that bad because I have this years and years of experience in.
You've got that muscle memory. Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you on? But when I realized it, I'm like, baby girl, if you go anywhere, that's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
And that's what the world is like.
Yeah.
But I apologize. I was a bad parent.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was doing good and I restricted and I didn't allow her to see what the world was like.
Yeah.
And I thought it was safe.
Yeah.
I've learned that now, and I'm now trying to be better with my younger child.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is, as parents, that I'm saying is that sometimes we go a bit overboard.
Sure.
And it took years for my daughter, my elder one, to actually realize that she learned. And we still go through stuff, but now she's so much better. Now she can see the world for what it is.
Yeah.
But she missed out on a lot of things because of me.
Yeah.
Right? Because I thought I knew better.
Yeah.
And I'm saying is that parents, we need to change our mindset.
Yeah.
We need to just, the old stuff is not always right. It is okay to question. It
Absolutely.
is okay to say I was wrong and to.
Yeah.
What's the word? Mollycoddle.
Yeah.
Don't mollycoddle your kids.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with culture and gaming.
Yeah.
We think like, just because the kid is on the phone, they're probably doing something wrong.
Sure.
Or this is not good for them.
Yeah.
But I know right now, my 14-year-old, she sits and she gets, because she struggles sometimes with, I had a problem in school with my physical science teacher. Was one of the most brilliant minds I know.
Yeah.
But he was a terrible teacher.
Okay.
He knew his stuff.
Yeah.
Could not communicate it well enough, and I struggled.
Sure.
Okay. My child finds that, like with certain subjects.
Yeah.
She was having that same problem, and then I'm like, does she need tuitions? Because she was getting C's and then sometimes D's. Now she goes and she does, for Afrikaans, she uses Duolingo.
Sure.
By the way. For other subjects, she uses YouTube. She does these channels where they actually
tutorials. Yeah.
And she converted from a C and a D, and she's back to A's on those subjects.
Yeah.
Even on mathematics.
Sure.
She teaches herself. So just because she's spending many hours on a screen doesn't
on
mean
a device. Yeah.
And I had to be part of that process. So sometimes we remove ourselves because of our careers. We are too busy with life that we are not involved in what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then we assume that they spend too much time, they're doing the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
What I have now tuned myself to do, and this allows me, because I work for myself, I have no time with her. I'm able to now be involved in what she's doing.
Yeah.
In the content she's watching without having to go and police it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I participate, I ask questions, I find out.
Sure.
And now it's so much better that I know what she's doing and she's doing well for herself.
Yeah.
Then it's okay. So we just need to get more involved.
Absolutely.
Participate more.
Okay. Well, that said, do you think, like, as, for lack of a better way to say it, as geeks, we also find it a little hard to be vulnerable to those that are close to us? You know, I think you were quite vulnerable just now, just telling us about your daughter and your journey with your daughters. You know, do you think that as geeks we find it hard to be vulnerable because we spend a lot of our time, if we are also communicating, we're communicating in spaces where it's not Darren sitting across the table for me. It's not you, Arkram, sitting across the table for me. It's someone sitting at the home in the lounge. So it's easier for me to say, hey, you know, like at work, they pissed me off today. I don't like this person at work. But whereas I might find it a bit harder to say that to your face when I'm sitting with you having a beer or having a coffee. When you really ask me, like, yo, Dave, how are you doing? Then I'll be like, no, I'm cool, man. I was just playing Hollow Knight's full song last night, you know. I beat Widow. Yeah, I'm killing it. Nice. Whereas deep down, I'm devastated, you know, but I find it easier to talk to you over the mic.
Yeah. 100%. I think it is a big thing. It is a big thing. And it's not just us saying it, it's not our opinions. Like the stats, if you actually look at the data and the stats about guys and suicide rates and, you know, communicating with one another, it's very, very low.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, guys can't open up to other guys. We did a conference at UJ where we actually spoke about, like, get up and tell us what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And you had best friends sitting next to each other. Like, crying, like, dude, I never knew you were going through that. I've been your boy for 3 years. Like,
but you've never said this,
How are you going through this? And I don't even know.
Sure.
I think when it comes to, is it easier to do it behind the mic?
Yeah.
I'd probably say because maybe, you know, it's easier just, you know, like logging onto a game and telling sometimes a stranger, you know, like, this is what I'm going through. But generally, like, is that really the case? It's not something I've experienced as well. Generally, when I just switch off all comms when I'm playing because generally it's like, on, kill him. Oh, you're fucking dust, man. You missed that shot. Fuck. So it's like, it's also, I don't know if it's like a read the room. Is that the right place to have that conversation? But I think from what I've noticed from my own circles is that when sitting around a table, face to face with guys, there is something like where you're like, hey, dude, I'm going through this. You know, can you talk to me about? I'm feeling a bit depressed. And there's just some hesitancy towards it. But even on behind the screens, like on WhatsApp groups, for example, you'd think that it's easier to reach out because people can't see those micro expressions and those emotions on your face. But it's not, because, you know, I've been in situations where I want to say something to a group of gents, you know, something I'm going through or something I've achieved or something. And either you'll get ignored, and it's easier to get ignored on a screen than it is face to face. So people almost like just ignore you and just carry on with the next topic of conversation. Or over and above that, you get memed. You know, like,
absolutely.
Like, hey guys, you know, I'm feeling a bit down and out today, like I think I might be depressed. You'll get the lame, or bro, why are you being soft?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's screen or face to face. I think guys have this thing in general where it's like we just don't open up to each other.
Yeah.
And this, like I said earlier, the stats tell the story.
I think it's muscle memory. As we become so used to it, and society has kind of conditioned us.
Yeah.
It's not that men don't want to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be vulnerable. Somebody asks you, Dave, you okay? How you doing, man?
Yeah.
It's by default, I'm sharp, I'm good.
Sharp, yeah. Yeah.
Because as soon as you say I'm not good, you open up yourself to start explaining.
Sure.
And that's very difficult to do. Because we don't know if it's a safe space.
Absolutely,
we don't know if this guy is going to judge you like Darren just said.
Yeah.
Or he's actually going to be there for you.
Yeah.
And it's just exhausting because you're already going through so much.
That's so true.
If you look at, it'll be a miss if we don't talk about it. Just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Jaden Adams.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And how sad is that?
Very sad, yeah.
Years old. He's just been at the World Cup.
Sure.
Here's the thing. We talk about community.
Yeah.
He's been with his boys. They were playing for their country, represent the highest pride you can get.
Absolutely.
The guys he is training with.
Yeah.
All the time and representing his country.
Yeah.
Yet he couldn't talk to them. He couldn't tell them what he was going through.
Yeah.
Right? And this is, okay, yes, there's a lot of assumptions now because we don't know the full details.
Yeah.
But through the interviews after what has happened, a lot of them were surprised. But these are his boys who you would think will be the closest.
Yeah.
That tells you something about society that we haven't got to a space yet.
It's safe for guys to talk. Yeah.
No matter who it is. And I think what that gaming does, when you are over that microphone, it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So psychologically, your mind, and again, I'm not giving professional advice, but I'm saying is, when I'm in this game and everything else and I'm lost and I'm talking about this tackle, half of my attention is in that game.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of blindsided into thinking about what might happen.
Yeah.
How might he react? Would I be, and some, fuck, man, it was a terrible week, man.
Yeah.
And, you just tackled me terribly here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't really have a good time because, and while I'm talking about the game, I talk about my life.
Yeah.
And then maybe, and it's the same thing if you're fishing when you're playing a game of, you are using this activity as kind of that entry point.
Yeah.
Because both of you can relate to that. This person might not be able to relate to your personal situation.
Yeah.
But they can relate to the game or the activity that you're doing together.
Yeah.
And use that as a medium or a means to open up the communication about something else.
Yeah.
It's like there's almost the escape within the escapism. It's like when it gets awkward, like when we're talking about our feelings and it gets awkward, I can just be like, nice tackle. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You gotta, and you're sensing, you're feeling it.
Yeah.
To see that, is this person actually being responsive or they're being dismissive?
Yeah.
And if they're not, then it's the wrong person. You just carry on with the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's also some way it actually helps people to be able to do it. But why, Dave, why do we need stuff like that?
Yeah.
This is the whole point.
Sure.
Why do we need to find these things to try to be able to talk?
Yeah.
And that is what we are trying to do, is to be able to say, you know what, fuck everything else.
Yeah.
Fuck this whole thing about saying, no, I'm a man and big boys don't cry and we shouldn't do this. Our men, our brothers are dying on a daily. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah.
And we just sit back and say,
shame.
Really sad.
Shame. Yeah.
He was young.
He was, move
on. Did you hear what happened?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And we all want to get all emotional.
Yeah.
But when we want to be able to make a statement and say, listen, stop this nonsense about saying, no, we shouldn't. We are men. We must just carry everything on our shoulders.
Yeah.
Let's just be there and find, and the world is very different compared to how it used to be.
Yeah.
And it's getting even worse.
Yeah.
It's okay to talk.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, what's happening?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that?
Sure.
And you know what I believe?
Yeah.
You're more of a man if you can be vulnerable and you have the strength to actually cry about your issues.
Yeah.
That takes more strength because nobody understands. And some people die and they end up with that silence inside them. It's gone forever.
Yeah.
Why? Because they never had the strength to actually go and talk to somebody about it.
Yeah.
You know? So the amount of, if somebody comes to you and they cry and they tell you the issue, they're not weak.
Yeah.
Respect that the courage it must have taken them
for them to open up.
To open up to you and to tell you.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
That is That is real strength.
Absolutely.
That is real strength, man.
Yeah. Talking about real strength and opening up, you guys have a beautiful platform, Hustle in Real Life, IRL. Can you guys just share a bit more about the work that you're doing on that platform and how it benefits not just young men, but men in general, and also females that maybe want to get like a men's perspective on mental health, on geek culture, on the great work that you guys are also doing like individually. Yeah.
So originally there was a radio show, right, which was called the Lucky Hustle Show. It evolved into the Hustle IRL.
Okay.
And because it was radio, there was a lot less room to have real conversations.
Sure.
As opposed to like a platform like this, a podcast, where you can say what you feel. It's unedited. You're not like crunched by time.
There's no BCC essay.
Exactly. There's no BCC essay.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And a lot of the time you had to kind of fit within that politically correct, world that everybody kind of
mold.
That so many people conform into. And we felt there was a pattern where like guys were ashamed to say, like, I'm proud to be a man. And talk about guy stuff. It was especially, going back way back when there was, these things like men are trash and all of that.
Sure.
And, out on the streets, people were, placarding, men are trash, men must die. And then there's majority of us who are like, no, I'm not trash, I'm a good father, I'm a good husband. I do the best I can every day. I'm going through a whole
with whatever resources I have.
100%. But if you stood up to that, cancelled.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Using the word masculinity, cancelled. And I'm not even talking about in an Andrew Tate way. Like that guy's he's a whole nother story. I'm just talking about in a general, your average dude.
Sure.
Never had the ability to be a man. So we thought about what if we could actually have a conversation like just about what guys go through, on a day to day. Doesn't have to be mental health. It's, for example, it's like, shit, how did you deal with this situation? Or like, when your wife does this, what do you do? And like, I'm going through this as a dad or an uncle or a brother. Like, how do I deal with this kind of thing? Because it hasn't actually been spoken about anywhere. And that's what we created, the Hustle IRL. Just a conversation between dudes talking about the things that we want to speak about. Without having BCCSA on our asses.
Is that Good Night Friday? Is that braai on the weekend?
On the weekend,
Trying to create that kind of platform where we can just chat. It's nothing too professional. But that's why it's the Hustle IRL. It's everything from mental health to just being a dad, like how I talk about just now. Maybe somebody can pick up that and say, you know what? I also like that with my kids.
Sure.
Could learn something from it. Maybe somebody will comment and tell me and I can improve. And this is the big thing. Being on this podcast is not us just giving advice. Having the guest on board, I have learned so much.
Absolutely.
About being a better man, about being a better father, a better businessman. The challenges we deal with on a daily basis. This is what it's about. So as much as it's trying to transfer information to people out there, help them navigate life, it helps us to improve and navigate our lives by getting the right people. Today, chatting to you, Dave. Hopefully, at some point you could be on our show.
That'll be dope.
Learn from you as well. And I think that is what is so important. It's just men out there doing the best they can, learning from each other. That's
it's like a good example. Is it like in school I learned maths. No one ever taught me finance. No one ever taught me. When I get out of school, as a guy, there is a natural, it's in my DNA to want to be a provider. To want to be the breadwinner. Not saying equality is a bad thing. But it is in my DNA for years and years and years and years. If I'm lying in bed with my wife and somebody, you hear a ruffle in the bushes.
Jump up.
You ain't going to send your chick to patrol the area.
They are, absolutely.
You get out of bed because you're a dude, you're a protector and you're a provider. And then you get out of school and you get out of varsity and it's like, these are the conversations. Like no one ever taught me about money and tax. And okay, now I want to open a business. How do I go about it? Okay, now I want to invest. what do I do with my money?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Screw these financial advisors who just like there's other ways to invest.
Sure.
Like, what are the secrets to it? And that's the conversations we have. Just cool convos for dudes.
Imagine an experienced dude like this.
Yeah.
Like we spoke about the UJ conversation.
Yeah.
Afterwards, there were so many. I mean, I was watching so many students that came up to Darren and said, "Can we connect on LinkedIn?
Oh, wow.
Would you be able to? I'm looking at getting into PR and into marketing and doing that space.
Sure.
Can I consult with you just on advice into your career?" And that's the point, is that it goes beyond just sitting and bring a podcast and recording in a studio.
Yeah.
For example, myself, one of my businesses is Pagama Venture Holding.
Okay.
And what that does is it tries to identify African businesses or African startups.
Yeah.
And to see whether we can support them.
Yeah.
Whether that is through infrastructure, whether it is just through advice and coaching.
Sure.
Or if we possibly could even do financial investment.
Yeah.
But the intention of that really is to be able to say, let's take artificial intelligence, for example.
Yeah.
As Africans, and South Africa specifically, we've always just been importing our technology.
Yeah.
Either from China or the US or wherever else.
Yeah.
Hardly anything's manufactured and created here.
Locally, yeah.
We're not a creator economy, we're a consumer economy.
We're a consumer economy, absolutely, yeah.
And that's part of our issues. That affects our sovereignty. And that's why we are controlled and all of these things right now.
Yeah.
But it becomes more scary when you talk to things like robotics.
Yeah.
And you talk about things like artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Because now we're importing our intelligence as well.
Sure.
That does not understand our unique challenges, our nuances, or our languages for that matter.
Absolutely.
And we expect it's going to make a difference to the African child.
Yeah.
Why can't we create by ourselves, for our challenges, and we have the capability.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going along here. So this vehicle is intended to support that.
Yeah.
But how do I connect with these youngsters?
Yeah.
How do I know where they are and how do they connect with me?
Yeah.
And know that I have this platform. Again, through the Hustle IRL, through conversations like this, through being in spaces like UJ, we network, we meet with people, and those meetings help us connect with each other, identify real talent, real opportunities, and we can actually grow our country, our communities. And I think that's the thing that most people don't get and it's the same with your platform.
Yeah.
It's not about having 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Even if you have a couple of hundred.
Sure.
But the work goes on beyond that.
Absolutely, yeah.
The continuity goes on. Is to what can you give back?
Yeah.
And that's what this man and Sam Marshall created with the show on radio.
Yeah.
And I subsequently joined them on the platform. But it was really giving a platform to others. It was about using our experience, to see how we can improve South Africa and its people.
That's true.
And I think that is what's important.
In closing, gents, to the young men, young women watching today's episode of Gaming in My Mama's House, what would be your piece of advice when it comes to, firstly, doing the hard stuff, and secondly, starting a business from the stuff that they are passionate about?
I think fear is the thing that always, I like that you say about doing the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest hurdle to starting anything, not just a business, but tackling anything is fear. Fear of whether we're good enough, fear of being judged, fear of failure. But we'll never know unless we give it a shot.
Unless we try.
I feared a lot of things.
Yeah.
And apart from fearing a lot of things, it must be known I failed at a lot of things.
Yeah.
But that failure actually told me what I did completely wrong.
Yeah.
Where I was a total dumbass.
Sure.
Where my ego took over and I just thought I wanted to have all these things for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And it allowed me to recalibrate.
Yeah.
But had I not taken that opportunity, got rid of the fear, I wouldn't have known those things.
Sure.
So today, I'm a different person than I was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm a different person than I was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm also a different person than I was yesterday. Because every single day, I set myself one goal.
Yeah.
Today, I need to learn or to have more knowledge.
Yeah.
No matter about what subject matter, but I need to have more knowledge today than yesterday.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, I need to have more knowledge than I have today.
Oh, beautiful.
That's what it's about. So the advice that I would give to anybody wanting to go and do something, to make something better of yourself, whether it's business or anywhere else, is that go with the mind that irrespective of whether I make money, whether that activity is going to be successful, my goal is that I will need to learn something and improve myself as a human being.
Yeah.
If that is your goal, every single thing you attempt to do, you'll be successful at.
That's beautiful.
There's no failure.
There's no failure. Nice. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, Darren? I think for me, it's the same advice that I give to everybody on every time is, and adding to that is when you want to do something, like the amount of times I've heard ideas.
Yeah.
If people come to me, I've got this idea. Cool.
Yeah.
I've got this idea, or I've got this business opportunity. I've got this business idea. It's like, if you want to do something, you got two choices in your life. It's like, we're like, you can be that person that sits around all day and goes, oh, like, I have all of these ideas, but the system has fucked me and all of this kind of shit. Or you can be that person that goes out there, goes out of their comfort zone and works harder than anybody else.
Yeah.
If you do that, there's no stopping you. And that's what I realized, especially when starting a business. I mean, we're hustlers.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that for you. Nobody's shaking you to get out of bed to say, oh, you got to do some marketing for your shop. Or Dave, you got to do a podcast.
Yeah.
You up, you hustling, you getting guests, you doing all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because you took those ideas and you made them happen.
Sure.
And that's what I think the biggest disconnect is.
Yeah.
You got so many people listening to these things saying, I wish I could do this, and I used to be one of them.
Yeah.
Listening to guys like Gary Vee day in, day out, how to start a business, how to be a better man, how to do this, how to do that. It only started when I literally switched that shit off and went out and did it. And got uncomfortable and had uncomfortable conversations and got myself in rooms that I thought I'd never be able to cope in.
Yeah.
And worked harder than everybody else. There's no one on this planet that I've met that will outwork me.
Sure.
And I will, till the day I die, it will be like that. Because I know what I want.
Yeah.
And that's the only secret to success. Go out there and work harder than anybody else.
Yeah.
Success will come.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Morris, Arkram Mohammed, they live here in Gaming My Mama's House. Gents, thank you so much, firstly, for your time. Thank you for the advice. And it's been quite insightful just listening to your journey, learning from you. I also have my own takeaways from today's interview that I'll carry with me for the rest of my day. So, gents, I appreciate you making the time and joining me today in Gaming in My Mama's House.
Thanks, dude. And well done to you. Like I said before the show, I knew you from 3 years back.
Yeah.
We did something together for some brand somewhere, somehow. And obviously I subscribed to your channel.
Yeah.
And I've just seen you grow and accomplish and just take over. And exactly what I'm sitting here saying about go and grab it with two horns and make it for yourself. That's what you do every day. So to your followers, this man practices what he preaches.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure being here with you.
Yeah.
And when we got told about this, Darren asked, who's it with? And they said Super Dave. I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool.
Yeah, I was like,
Super Dave. And you asked the question about, what should the listeners take out of it? What advice should we give?
Yeah.
Exactly what Darren said is you are the example.
You are the example.
Come on. Yeah.
So, dude, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
You have the platform, but you've given us the platform also to be here today.
Sure.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Us and it's awesome.
You've
absolute pleasure.
You're living your dream, bro.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so I appreciate the kind words. They mean the world to me. And to you, please subscribe, like, right here on YouTube. Until the next episode. Peace.